Hello. I have a question. Is there still racism in America? Is America still racist? The other day, a black brother said, no, America is not a racist country. I will not dare mention his name, but I think he is sharing not only his own sentiments and much of the sentiments of his party, but also his own ignorance of the fact. That's right, ignorance of the fact. We must never forget that more than 150 years after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States, most United States adults says the legacy of slavery continues to have an impact on the position of black people in American society today. But people are saying that in this country, America hasn't made enough progress toward racial equality. And there is some skepticism, particularly among blacks, that black people will ever have equal rights with whites. I think Christians the world over should be united in their revulsion against racism like that which happened over the killing and likes of George Floyd by a white Minneapolis police officer. And faith leaders from across the theological spectrum are to speak out about the lessons they think Christians should draw from the incident. The main lesson is that racism still exists in America and bad policing is just one example of it. In a message to, quote, his dear brothers and sisters in the United States, even the Pope of Rome, Pope Francis, said it from the Vatican, where he lives. He even advised America with these words: we cannot tolerate or turn a blind eye to racism and exclusion in any form, and yet claim to defend the sacredness of every human life. I further think we must do a better job at saving any and all who have racism and hatred in their heart. I don't believe that people are saved only by restructuring society, though it may help. To pass the George Floyd Act in the Congress and Senate will not only help the victims, regardless of color, but also the victimizer, being the police and other law enforcers. Such legislation, as Martin King said, it may be true that the law cannot change the heart, but it can restrain the heartless. And over again, we see this, he said. Further said, while the law may not change the hearts of men, it does change the habits of men and women. But if you do not know Christ and if you have a relationship with him, you should see the pain of people around you. And you should say, what can I do to help, not hurt, or even kill? So where does it start? It starts first in your own heart, confronting what Pope Francis says, turning a blind eye to racism and saying, America is not a racist country. Really? You can see it. And the effects of it, as we saw in George Floyd's case, along with the jury, the judge, and many others who were there witnessing it, along with you and I, and the world. It's only then we in America and the world over can deal with the racism that exists in the hearts and minds of people in America. Yes, I'm sad to respond to that, brother. America is still racist. Well, that's my response. That's my take on it. Feel free to share my opinion with others and pray that one day we can say, America is no longer racist. And she is, in the words of Martin King, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. She's free at last from racism. God bless you. Have a great day.